What is up, people? This is the Oracle, and I am back from my holiday. And this is gonna be my first time playing Hour of Devastation ever, since I wasn't there during the pre-release weekend. So we'll see how it goes, but pretty hyped right now. Really, yeah, hyped to discover the stat and see the new cards. So this card is pretty good, obviously. Not sure exactly how good it is. Seems like a solid rare. Quite aggressive. Chandra's defeat, all the defeat are pretty good, but you probably don't want to first pick these. The spider seems great, but it's double colored. Probably as good, if not better, than the Kenra. However, the fact that it's double colored means we should probably pick Kenra. Then Super Wheel is fine, but not amazing, I believe. And Ambuscade maybe? I don't know. This card seems great. Very efficient removal. I'm just gonna go with the Kenra though. It seems strong. Base red aggressive deck were good in Among Cats. Given how Hour of Devastation looks like, I would assume that they are still pretty solid in with the addition of the stat, but we shall see. In any case, I'm pretty happy in general to just first pick and try rares and mythic, even if they don't seem that great, just to know, because obviously you'll have less chance to play with mythic or rares than common and common. But this seems solid, like a 2-1 for 2 haste with Eternalize 6 seems already quite solid, and then the ability can be pretty relevant too. Sandblast is a decent removal, but it's not as good in aggressive deck, I would assume, as most removal where they need to block. I don't think Hour of Revelation is very good at all. Titan is fine. I think I might just pick Lethal Sting. Seems like a fine removal. I could see the 4/4 green dude being pretty strong. Honestly, I don't know all the card super well right now, and we are limited in time, so there's a couple pick where we might just be a little bit short. This seems very good to me. Card Champion, 2/3 for 3. That gives you life, and then you can pay for to get a 4/4. Obviously, you have to discard a card, but in most limited games, you will find a useless land or something along these lines that you can discard easily. Blur of Blade seems fine, but replaceable. Manticore Eternal, I would assume, is quite solid. I kind of like that card. And again, another spider, but it is double colored, so I don't think it should be the peak. The Aven is probably solid too. I believe the champion is most likely better, but yeah. I might just pick the Eternal here. I'm not sure how good exactly it is. It's probably slightly weaker than the white cards. However, I already have a pretty solid red card, so I'm willing to stay in this color for now. I do like Consign Oblivion a lot. I think this is great. Bounce effects were already pretty good. I think they are even better with Eternalize. I guess there is less Embalm, but in general they are most likely still pretty good. And having a Mind Rot attached to the card seems quite appealing. You have to be blue-black though. Probably not going to be for today. This is fine, not great. I think that card is fine. It's like it's a decent 2-drop that probably, fits well in aggressive deck. It's not amazing, but it seems fine. Nothing seems very good. I mean, this pack is, I think, pretty weak overall, so we might just pick the decent 2-drop. It might just be the best card. And I guess the best card is actually the blue-black split card, Aftermath, but I guess if near Deadlands, maybe I should have picked that. So this is a land. This is a desert that lets you put 2/-1 counter on a creature when you sack it, and I already have a black card. So maybe the black land was the pick actually. But again, we are short on time, so there will certainly be a couple picks that will be a bit. That I would not make in a couple weeks or even days. I'm pretty sure Dream Stealer is quite strong. I mean, I like that card. It's just, a good old Spectre, except it's not a Spectre. with evasion, make them discard, and then eternalize is just a pretty cool bonus. I think it's better than anything else in the pack. We already have a black card, so I don't mind picking that. I do like that card quite a bit. It's a decent trick. Sometimes it's just a, you know, straight up a ring roll if you kill something smaller. And then, you know, there's a little bit of a bonus with the 3 life or the torment keyword, where they have to loot 3, sack something, or discard. Bone Lasher is fine, but probably weaker than the torment. And then that thing seems decent. I believe the removal is better. It's pretty close. This is a solid 3-drop, and the camel I think is pretty good. So if you have a desert, they have to discard. But pretty sure that Torment of Venom is the best card here for us, and probably just the best card in the pack. So what does that do? Oh yeah, I think that card is fine. It's just not super exciting. It's like, I don't know what would be the equivalent in a Monket, but yeah, it's, you know, it's a 5-drop. It's fine. It's not super exciting. Probably that Bone Slasher is better. Sunset Pyramid I think is probably fine. I would assume that draft is still rather fast, so it might be a little bit too slow. I think it's fine. I don't think it's. I don't know actually. I don't know. It's hard to tell if the card is good or not. But I believe the Bone Slasher might be a little bit worse. But if anything, it's probably just quite solid and a little bit safer, because a card like the Pyramid, if the set is a little bit faster than I think it is, could reveal to be pretty bad. Or, you know, this is never going to be awful, especially in an aggressive deck. This card is fine. It's not great. I already have a couple 3-drop though. I wonder if I should not pick the Rune Rat, which seems just quite solid in general. I think I'm just gonna go with that. That's a pretty late Mummy that we saw in the last pack. The card seems solid. Probably just gonna pick Chandra's Defeat here. This is a sideboard card, but a very good one. I think it's better than random 6-drop with Cycle or bad 4-drop with Cycle. I guess Oasis Ritualist I think is pretty good, and this is a fairly late Oasis Ritualist. Also, red has not seemed super open yet, so maybe I should just pick that and see if we see some more green. However, I just believe this is such a good sideboard card that it's, you know, it shouldn't. I don't think it should wheel actually. I think it should not go this late, even though again it's mostly sideboard material. A bunch of bad cards with Cycle, basically. I could see the right being fine if we end up opening a Bomb Rare. I think it's just better than most things here. I don't know. Like the 2-4-2 is like super unexciting. We might not play it, we'll see. Seems fine, seems playable. I do like the Bone Lasher quite a bit. Bone Slasher, not Lasher. The deserts are pretty good though. This really helps you not flooding. I'm not sure which one is better. Potentially the desert. I don't know. There's a small chance we play Manalith though. It looks like a low curved aggressive deck, which is not where this card is gonna shine. It's probably quite good in some deck though. Please stop with those updates. What's going on? I don't want to update now. Stop it. Yeah, no thank you. Alright. Can I play? So I've heard that the Torment of Scarabs is quite strong. I believe it's especially good in an aggressive deck. Kind of willing to try it here. We are black-red, we are aggressive. I think it's solid. At least it's a card I really want to try, and I think it's really a card you need to play before you know if it's good or not. There's a 3rd Spider. We could have had a pretty sick Spider deck, but again, I think you'd rather just first pick a monocolored card. Resident Kenra, what does that do? That's fine, that's fine. It's not great. I believe These can rise better, I think. I mean, it's basically the same cycle of card, but I think haste and the ability to make something unable to block is better than that in most cases. I don't know, it's close, but I definitely like the red one more, I think. 2 desert, that could be decent. This is probably fine 2-drop, but we'll make Torment of Scarabs and see where this leads. Open Fire seems like a great card, especially if you're aggressive and you can just sometimes burn them. This card is fine, but not amazing. Probably not much better than Heckma Sentinels, which was not so good. Ramunap Runes is fine, but probably among the weakest of the desert with abilities. It's fine, it's fine. Not something I will pick very highly, though, I believe. I do like Frontline Devastator quite a bit. It's a fine deal for 4 mana. You get a 3/3 that you can boost with Afflict 2. Yeah, seems decent. Well, most likely, very often it will just trade for something, and then you'll get 2 damage out of it. So that seems like a decent deal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Open Fire is the best card in the pack, and we are red, so... yeah, not really close. Another Torment of Scarabs. I think I'm gonna pick it. There's nothing else in any case. I mean, Embuscade is probably let me know if it's Embuscade or Embuscade. I don't know. It could be Embuscade because I don't know. Just let me know, or maybe I'll just check after the the draft. Uncage the Menagerie is a very weird card that I think is quite bad. It's kind of a weird effect that's not very good. But yeah, in any case, we'll just pick Torment and see how good it is. Another Lethal Sting. I think these kind of gets worse in multiple. I don't really want to stack too many of these in my deck, especially since I don't have a ton of creatures right now. And a lot of them are not really creatures I want to put a -1 counter on. So yeah, not super high on the second Sting, though it's probably, the first one is fine. There's Ifnir Deadlands that I might, but maybe I should have picked a little bit higher last booster. And then there's Puncturing Blow, which is just a pretty solid removal. Cannot really go wrong with that. This card is fine, but yeah, it's medium 5-drop. I think I'm just gonna pick the Blow. I'm not sure if it's better than the Deadlands. It's kind of close. It's probably... yeah, I think it's still probably better. I guess we'll pick the Deadlands here, maybe. Blur of Blades is pretty good, though. Definitely like the Deadlands more than the Desert of the Fervent. I think I'll pick the Deadlands. Seems like a very good card. Carrion's Creature. Not a big fan of that card. Seems like a worse Torment of Scarabs, basically. Might play it. Crash Through is always playable, I guess. Hope Tender is kind of a sweet card. Overcome, I don't know. Like, Overrun was really good in Core Set, but this was quite a bit of time ago. This was kind of a different era of Magic. And it looks like there's a ton of removal in the set, so I'm not sure how good it's gonna be, but it's interesting. It's certainly weaker than Overrun was, I believe. Ritualist, I would assume, is quite good, and the Sentinel is probably decent. I'm not sure we'll play that, but it seems playable. I do like the Archer more than the Kenra, I'm pretty sure, most of the time. Yeah, and then there's a Puncturing Blow, which might just be the peak. So we'll be black-red with a ton of removal and 2 Torment of Scarabs as far as win condition goes. That seems fine, like, it's not... I'm fine being there. Yeah, I guess it's just a blow over the Archer. Vile Manifestation. I'm not sure about that. If the deck is defensive enough, it might be good. We don't have enough cycling though. I don't believe we have any cycling card actually. You can cycle it though. It kind of works well with the lethal sting we already have as a, creature with very high toughness. Probably just gonna pick that because I'm not gonna play a second sting, or I'm probably not even playing the first creature. Not sure how good it's gonna be here though. I guess we have a couple desert that will be cycling. Jeez, that wheel. That card seems great. Pretty sure I could have a pretty sick black-green deck right now. Probably better than black-red. I would assume that 3 spiders would be better than... Well, my red is not bad though, I guess. 2 blow, 1 up on fire. The Kenra I think is quite strong too. But yeah, obviously this is again double colored, and I did not know that I would see so many more spiders. Red desert, black one. Jeez, we got the awful 4-drop because I picked my card too late. Welp, welp, welp. That's kind of a big deal too, because yeah, preventing from frauding is quite a huge deal. It's also some more desert for the runes and the deadlands, and it's also pretty important for the manifestation. So that was quite bad, but yeah, what can you do? Nothing for us here. Feral Prowler seems like a sweet card. Not great, but like, a fine, annoying, defensive creature. This card seems potentially good. Not the biggest fan, but it's certainly playable. Not sure about a Scrounger. I believe we can find better 5-drop, but right now I would play it. Right now I would definitely play it. Whatever. Alright, well, I would feel better with another dessert. But oh well. I mean, we don't have a card like the 3/3 the 3/3 Flametongue Kavu dude that deal 3 if you have a desert. So it's not that big of a deal, but still would have been much better. Here I think we'll just pick the good old Magma Spray. Can't really go wrong with cheap removal. I think this deck is pretty well set up. Just deal a couple damage early on, kill pretty much everything that hits the board, and then slowly kill, or maybe not so slowly. I'm not exactly sure how fast this kills, but basically kill them with the Torment. I don't think this is even close. Like, obviously Angel is great, but we are not going white at this point. Well, at least now I do know the card very well. Probably that what we want is mostly some more cheap creatures that are rather aggressive. My plan will basically be most game to deal a bit of damage early, then kill everything that's threatening, and continue to attack or play a Torment of Scarab, these kind of things basically. Horror of the Broken Lands, probably fine here. I'm not a big fan of Passmaker Initiate. Might just want to pick Edifice of Authority. This seems like a good card to play with 2 Torment of Scarabs, because it's pretty good at stalling the game and giving you a bunch of turn before the opponent can do something. And when you have a Torment going on, like stalling them until they need to sacrifice the creature you are stopping seems like a decent strategy. I think these 2 cards should work pretty well together, even though Edifice of Authority is not usually very good in aggressive deck. This is not really an aggressive deck, though, I believe. This is more like, full of removal mid-range deck, grindy mid-range deck. I'm not sure how to call it exactly, but we are not that aggressive, despite first picking the Earthshaker Kenra. Whoa, this pack is quite bad. I mean, Vizier is great, but not really for us. We have pretty intense mana requirement. Well, I guess we have 3 double red, 1 double black. It's not the worst, actually. But I was considering Evolving Wilds. I think we might just want to pick Soul Stinger, though. I think we have 1 cycling card right now. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, Soul Stinger is a good defensive creature. Lord of the Accursed seems pretty bad right here. Yeah, it really doesn't seem very good. We have, I believe, 2 zombies. No, this is not even a zombie. I guess 1 zombie in the Marrow Bone Lasher, which actually got kind of worse since the deck kind of, you know, got less aggressive, I guess. I don't think this is a deck where we can really afford to play Painful Lesson. Nimbleblade Kenra probably fine. It's a decent card to put a -1 counter on, and we have a decent amount of non-creature spell. Not a big fan, but I believe it's going to be better than Mummy here. And Lord is just not looking good here. I guess I'm going to pick Splendid Agony over Soul Stinger. I really have a ton of 4 mana cards. I don't want to make the curve too clunky. And I think both cards are better than Manticore of the Gauntlet right now, so just pick that. Geez, all the pictures were messed up. I don't know, maybe since I did not use my computer for a while, now it's, you know, rusty. I don't really think so, though. It's kind of weird. I guess Blighted Bat is probably fine here. I don't think we'll play any of these cards. This actually does something now, right? I mean, it was doing something already, but it was not good. Now you can get your God Pharaoh's Gift if you get that. I guess Curse against Go White deck could be fine, though. Always not very exciting. I don't think my mana is going to be good enough where I want to play Cradle, so I'll pick Violent Impact. If I see annoying Artifact, I'm pretty sure I like Minotaur more than Bat. Alright. Nothing really important here. We are a little bit short on playable. Do we want to play Razaket's Riot? It seems fine, like you can always cycle it. Cycling cards are decent with Viral Manifestation. In the late game you can get what you need, whether it's a Reinvol, a win condition, a big creature. I think it's fine. Especially since we don't have a ton of 5-drop. Probably better than the Rot Beast. And then that's gonna be that. But it's probably the card that I'm gonna side out every time I side out something. Painful Lesson, I guess, could be fine. It's a little bit slow. I think we'll get card advantage, and you know, we'll be able to grind the opponent off. You know, using Torments of Scarab, hopefully. I mean, that's the plan at least. I think I'm just gonna do that. Deck seems fine again. Not sure how good the Torment is, but I believe it's probably decent. And if anything, I think this is a pretty good shell for Torment because we have a little bit of early pressure, a lot of removal. I think the more removal you have, the more time you will have to grind them with the cards, and the better it's gonna be. Regarding the mana, we have a lot of black, but we have a lot of double red, so I guess it should be pretty much even. Certainly not that. So this would be a 9/8 mana base with a little bit more red. We still have a lot of black though. I'm not sure, it's pretty close. Honestly, it should be even, but I think I'd rather have slightly more red because casting those puncturing blows is going to be pretty key, and I only have 1 double black card, and the right is not a big deal, I can just cycle it, so just do that. Alright, well, first time ever playing with Hour of Devastation, we'll see how it goes. Again, the deck seems fine to me, it does have a game plan, a decent curve, and some solid Dreamfall, so yeah, might, maybe will work. I guess we shall see. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the draft. Thank you for watching, and see you for round uno.